Hello and welcome to South Asia Today, a show that provides you the glimpses of South Asia. I'm your host, Shivangi Mishra. Let's begin with the headlines first. Global recognition for Ayurveda's holistic approach to well-being. POJK Prime Minister's call for jihad sparks outrage. Human rights activist condemns move. And Nepal's beloved Chaku tradition struggles to keep up as generational shifts emerge. Let's begin the show. Ayurveda, an ancient system of medicine, thrives in India alongside modern medicine. While modern science emphasizes evidence-based practices, Ayurveda focuses on holistic healing through natural remedies, lifestyle changes, and personalized treatments. The integration of both offers a balanced approach to health in today's world. Ayurveda, an ancient system of medicine from India, focuses on balancing mind, body, and spirit. It uses natural remedies, herbs, diet, and lifestyle changes to promote health, prevent illness, and treat conditions. Gaining global recognition, it offers a holistic approach to well-being. The 10th World Ayurveda Congress in Dehradun city attracted over 5,500 delegates, including 350 international participants from 54 countries. The expo highlighted Ayush products, wellness organizations, and medical experts. A reverse bias seller meet facilitated partnerships in the healthcare sector. The event emphasized integrating traditional Ayurveda with modern digital health technologies to advance healthcare research.
तो आयुर्वेद का जो एम है स्वस्थ से स्वस्थ रक्षणम आतुरस्य विकार प्रशमनम च मतलब हेल्दी व्यक्ति जो है उसको ही हेल्दी रखना आयुर्वेद का एम है। तो ये नहीं है कि पहले आप उसमें डिजीज़ ढूंढते रहो, उसके एक्सरे कराते रहो, उसके टेस्ट कराते रहो, फिर जो बीमारी मिल जाए फिर उसका इलाज शुरू कर दो। तो अगर एक आदमी अपने लाइफस्टाइल ही चेंज कर लेगा, जो आयुर्वेद कहता है, अपना खान पान, रहन सहन, सोना, खाना पीना, उठना और व्यवहार ठीक कर लेगा तो बीमारी होगी ही नहीं।
India's diverse geography is rich in medicinal plants and herbs which are central to Ayurveda. States like Uttarakhand, beyond their scenic beauty, serve as key hubs for Ayurvedic practices. Ayurveda is supported by scientific research, validating its natural remedies, herbs, and holistic approach to health. Modern studies explore its effectiveness in promoting wellness and preventing disease. India is also home to numerous Ayurvedic medicine manufacturing units that produce a wide range of herbal products, supplements, and therapeutic formulations. These units adhere to traditional practices while incorporating modern quality control standards to meet the growing global demand for Ayurvedic solutions.
Ayurveda is actually backed by science. It has been a tremendous journey of products. A lot of effort has gone into it, and I'm sure going forward Ayurveda, as we see, is maturing and is growing phenomenally across world, not only in India, and the future for Ayurveda is great. So Ayurveda is revered here in this land, and a lot of raw materials which are used across Ayurvedic industries come from this Himalayan region, and that's why I think that it's going to be great.
As the world grapples with modern lifestyles and chronic illnesses, Ayurveda offers a beacon of hope. Its principles of balance, sustainability, and harmony with nature are more relevant than ever. In an age of stress, poor diet, and sedentary habits, Ayurveda provides effective solutions focused on prevention, natural healing, and long-term wellness. With ongoing advancements in research, education, and global promotion, Ayurveda is poised to make a greater impact on global health. Its ability to complement modern medicine and offer sustainable health solutions has gained increasing recognition, making it an integral part of the global healthcare landscape. Moving on, Japan's NTT, a global leader in research and development, is revolutionizing communication with its IOWN technology, replacing traditional electronical systems with advanced optical communication. Dr. Katsuhiko Kawazoi, the visionary behind IOWN, unveils a transformative future powered by the optical transistor. This innovation ensures faster data, higher capacity and energy efficiency, ushering in a new era of reliable and sustainable connectivity. We have this report.
Entity is a global leader in research and development, particularly in optical electronics. Entity's IOWN, innovative optical and wireless network technology, replaces traditional electronic communication with advanced optical communication. Dr. Katsuhiko Kawazoi, the godparent of IOWN, unveils its true potential and the transformative future society it aims to create.
今インターネットが普及してて、いろんなビジネス、新しいビジネスがインターネットの上から生まれてるんですけども、ベストエフォートというやり方を採用しているので、皆さん多く時々感じられていたと思いますけども、早い時はすごくいいんですけど、時々遅くなってしまってこれ使えないみたいな感じになってしまうということがあったと思います。だんだんこのインターネットじゃ足りないっていうような分野も増えてきたということも事実なんですよね。必ずこの速度が保証されなくてはいけないとか、切れては困るみたいなサービスが生まれてきていて、やっぱりちょっとインターネットの限界っていうのはいよいよ来たのかもしれないということで、じゃあ次なるネットワークというものはあるのだろうか、作れるのだろうか。
In 2019, Entity introduced a groundbreaking innovation, the optical transistor. This advancement, known as membrane compound semiconductor devices, concentrates strong light within a thin active layer. Compared to traditional electrical systems, it allows for faster data transmission, greater capacity, and significantly lower energy consumption.
IOWNを発表したときにその3つの効用という形で発表したんですね。一つはいかにエネルギーを減らすことができるかっていうところの課題ですね。最終的には100分の1ぐらいのエネルギーで、情報の処理伝送ができるんじゃないかなというふうに考えているところです。2つ目は光を使うことによって今までもその光を使ってるんですけど、どうしても電気の処理が間に入ってしまうので、例えば伝送容量といいますけど、どれだけ運べるかといったところでいうと125倍ぐらいに増やすことができるんじゃないかなということで、この容量の面を見ても光の方が優れているということで、その効用も生まれるだろうというふうに思いました。もう一つは遅延時間ですね。インターネットで使っている仕組みとして、その電気を使ったルーターというものがあるんですけども、このルーターを介しながらいろんなところがつながっていくという仕組みだと、どうしても一旦そこで待つことになるんですよね。待たせることになるので、その待ち時間が重なっていくことによって、その遅延時間というものが増えてしまう。これが一方そのIOWNでエンドエンドで光でつながってくるようになると、これが大体200分の1ぐらいになるんじゃない。NTT で言えばこの光ファイバーを開発してネットワークを作って、でそのプラットフォームを用意すればそれでもう十分だとも思っていたかもしれないです。今回のこのIOWNの時代においては、できるだけ最初から私たちはその想像力を高めて、こういうことが生まれるかもしれないということをよくよく考えなくちゃいけないというふうに思っています。このIOWNをどんどん広めて利用していただくことによって、エネルギーに対する意識が高まっていくんじゃないかなとも思っているんです。実は日本すべてのスマートフォンの充電というのを合算すると、我々のネットワークで言えばですね、圧倒的にそのエネルギーって大きいんですよ。でもIOWNで例えばこのスマートフォンで必要なエネルギーをですね、100分の1、将来は100分の1っていう形ぐらいにしたいんですけども、充電の代わりに例えばこの時計のように運動エネルギーで充電できる。スマートフォンって大抵持ち歩いてますから、それで動いている中で生まれてくるエネルギーだったり、あるいは太陽光でこのスマートフォン自身が発電して生み出されるエネルギーを使って動かすことができる。
Dr. Kawazoi envisions a shift in consumer attitudes towards electronics and energy with the widespread adoption of IOWN, contributing to a more sustainable society.
Now we take a look at some happenings in Asia in a segment called Asia Watch.
Kathmandu residents fled their homes as tremors from a powerful earthquake some 400 kilometers away in Tibet shook the Nepali capital early on January 7th. The magnitude 6.8 earthquake rocked the northern foothills of the Himalayas, shaking buildings in neighboring Nepal, Bhutan and India. The earthquake's impact was felt widely, with tremors reported from the eastern to central regions of Nepal and significant shaking in the Tibetan region. As of now, no casualties have been reported in Nepal. Local authorities are actively gathering information to assess any potential damage caused by the quake. Visitors tour the streets of the Iraqi city of Basra, checking out old houses known as Shanashil that date back to the Ottoman period and line the city's waterways. UNESCO had teamed up with local authorities in Basra to renovate some of those Shanashil houses in the old city, and many were transformed to cultural centers. The initiative, funded by the European Union, was part of efforts to boost tourism in the city and the country at large, as a small but growing number of tourists are heading to Iraq to see attractions spanning from vast desert and marshland ecosystems to ruins of the world's earliest cities and empires. According to Mustafa Al-Hosseini, Director of Antiquities and Heritage in Basra, more than 500 foreign visitors visited Basra in 2024 compared to less than 50 in previous years. A Toyota research unit will invest in Japanese startup Interstellar Technologies to support mass production of its rockets, the world's biggest car maker group said, expanding its foray into the space sector. IST said that Woven by Toyota, a Toyota subsidiary that is building a city of the future in Japan with autonomous driving technology, will invest about 7 billion yen in IST by the first close of its Series F funding. As part of the capital and business tie-up, Woven will appoint a director to IST's board and support rocket production by strengthening supply chains and corporate governance, IST said in a statement. The announcement came after Toyota chairman Akio Toyoda's speech at the CES trade show in Las Vegas this week, where he gave updates to the company's experimental Woven City project, which was announced in 2020. Apart from launchers, Toyota is building a lunar rover with Japan's space agency that can carry astronauts on the moon's surface for the NASA-led Artemis program.
Renowned rights activist Dr. Amjad Ayub Mirza has sharply criticized POJK Prime Minister Chaudhry Anwar ul Haq for his January 5th call for jihad during the so-called Right to Self-Determination Day. Addressing radical factions, Chaudhry Anwar ul Haq vowed to revive jihadi culture, raising fears of targeting progressive, liberal and secular voices in the region, undermining peace and stability in POJK.
Activists have raised concerns about the situation in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir after the so-called Prime Minister of the region, Chaudhry Anwar al-Haq, called for jihad on January 5 during the observance of the so-called Right to Self-Determination Day. The event, organized by various factions of radical groups, saw the Prime Minister address a crowd and promise that his government would support the revival of jihadi culture in the region. Raising concern, UK PNP leader and rights activist Sajid Hussain has said such open calls by the so-called PM of the region is steeped in extremism and is a direct incitement to violence, posing a significant threat to regional and global peace.
We are deeply concerned and alarmed by the recent public statements made by the so-called Prime Minister of Azad Jammu and Kashmir, Chaudhry Anwar ul-Haq, in which he openly called for initiating jihad. This rhetoric, steeped in extremism, is a direct incitement to violence, posing a significant threat to regional and global peace. Such declarations, made under the guise of advancing the Kashmir issue, represent a dangerous departure from diplomatic norms and a blatant endorsement of terrorism in the name of Islam.
Rights activist Dr. Amjad Ayub Mirza has also slammed Chaudhry for his statement. He warned, by stoking jihadi culture in POJK, the government is likely to target progressives, liberals and nationalist secular elements. According to Ayub Mirza, the jihadi elements have infiltrated various WhatsApp groups, including those within the Kashmiri diaspora, to monitor and threaten secular-minded individuals.
The jihadi element has already infiltrated into various WhatsApp groups, the Kashmiri diaspora WhatsApp groups, and they monitor them. And then they threaten secular-minded nationalist or pro-Indian stance, those who take pro-Indian stance. They threaten them, they demean them. They are being empowered by this POJK Prime Minister. This is the first time in the history of POJK when a sitting Prime Minister has said that the government will facilitate jihadi culture. The government will facilitate jihad in POJK. And the result was that the same evening, jihadi groups, Jihad Council and other Lashkar and all those Mujahid, they all were on the streets of Muzaffarabad and they were celebrating with automatic weapons.
The dangerous implication of such a call for jihad could lead to further unrest and violence, leaving the people of POJK caught in a deadly conflict.
Nepal's traditional chaku business, cherished for its sweet jaggery molasses delicacy, is grappling with a labour shortage that threatens to disrupt its legacy. 19-year-old Rohit Shrestha, the fourth generation of his family in Tokha near Kathmandu, faces a changing future for the craft. As youth increasingly migrate abroad for better opportunities, the exodus leaves an aging population behind, risking the survival of this iconic Himalayan tradition cherished for generations.
Nepal's traditional chaku business, known for its sweet delicacy made from jaggery molasses, is now facing the bitter challenge of a labour shortage, which could in the coming years create a significant gap between supply and demand. 19-year-old Rohit Shrestha is the fourth generation within his lineage to continue the business of chaku molasses in the ancient town of Tokha in the outskirts of Kathmandu. But things are going to change from his generation onwards.
म चाहिँ यो काशीलाल चाकु प्रोडक्सनको चौथो पुस्ता हो अनि यो काम गरेको चाहिँ मैले बच्चादेखि नै हो बच्चादेखि नै प्रेरित भएर आएर मैले यो काम गरिरहेको छु पढाइ अहिले म 12 सकेर बसिरहेको छु ब्याचलर जोइन गरेको छैन अब म यो पढाइ सकेर फरेन कन्ट्री गएर चाकुलाई नै प्रमोट गर्ने हिसाबमा छु
The rising trend of flying abroad in search of better opportunities in education has been rising in the Himalayan nation with a population of less than 30 million. The majority of those flying abroad are youths and earning age groups queuing up at the airport ready to take off, leaving the elderly behind. The aroma of boiling stacks of sugar lumps filling the air is fading out in Tokha, which is popular for first-class molasses which has high demand in the market. However, the making of molasses is seasonal and the industry only works full-fledged for just 2 months in a year, with production made sparsely based on the demands. Tokha, an ancient settlement inside Kathmandu Valley, is believed to have been in existence from the Malla period, long before the unification of Nepal by Prithvi Narayan Shah, and currently has around 15 molasses making home-based industries. The word Tokha has an appendage from a Neva word, Teokha, meaning sweet, and molasses were the main product of this place and which has continued over the centuries. The Neva community of Kathmandu Valley consume a high volume of chaku molasses, confectionery made from concentrated sugarcane juice, jaggery, ghee and nuts, which hold significance on Maghe Sankranti, the first day of the 10th month as per the lunar calendar. This process involves melting jaggery, stirring it continuously and then cooling it in clay pots. It is then whipped, slapped and stretched until it turns dark brown. The confectionery is then weighed, topped with nuts and packaged. The whole process takes 2 to 3 hours. Rohit's factory, which used to employ about 20 people last year, now is hosting 11, struggling to keep afloat the business. The current number also includes his family members who are now assisting in the factory work to continue the business.
हर सालमा चाहिँ हाम्रो चाहिँ धेरै जसो चाकुको माग बढ्दो छ, तर बढ्दो भए तापनि यसपालि चाहिँ अलिकति काम चाहिँ कामको सिलसिलामा चाहिँ एउटा कर्मचारी नपाउने भएको हुनाले चाहिँ पोहोर सालको भन्दा अलिकति डाउनफल चाहिँ भइरहेछ। अब सबै अब नेपाली युवाहरू सब खाडी अस्ट्रेलिया युरोप अमेरिका गइसकेपछि हामीले पनि काम गर्दा कामदारको अभाव भइरहेर अलिकति समस्या चाहिँ चाको भन्ने जति चाहिँ पुर्याउन सकेको छैन।
The situation in coming years can be dire for the small-scale industries that exist in this ancient town within the valley, provided the steep rise in immigration culture. With this, the sweet business of molasses is now experiencing the bitter taste of a shortage of workers, which in years might widen the gap between demand and supply. According to data from the Department of Foreign Employment, nearly 84,000 Nepalis left the country for work in a single month from mid-November to mid-December 2024, marking the highest figure recorded in the country's history of labor migration.
Now it's time for me to wrap up today's episode. We'll be back next week at the same time. This is Shivangi Mishra signing off on behalf of the entire production team of South Asia Today. Goodbye and take care.